Welcome to Live at 7:55 for this Friday, April 13th. Thanks so much for joining me here. Mitch Taylor, obviously you know it's Mitch Taylor. You're on my feed. Hello. Today is Friday Free for All. We talk about what you want to talk about here today. For us, we got a busy weekend. Looks like maybe a big impending storm coming here to the UP. I'm not really sure. Good morning, Johnny Miller. Good morning, Kevin. Again, whatever you're thinking about here this morning, whatever you want to chat about here this morning, your show, your format, open format. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So put that in the comments below. Good morning, Alton. Good morning, Freddie. Good morning, Brock. Good morning, Darren. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. We've got, like I said, an impending storm here. I've got an event tonight that may or may not happen. We'll see. May end up getting postponed. We're just going to kind of roll with it and get prepped and get ready here in the office to roll out as soon as possible. So we're ready for the event if it does go down. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Big Daddy. Multi versus single op choosing clients, Kevin says. Good morning, Julian. I think, again, single op, it's a little bit easier to choose clients, Kevin, because the fact that you only need one, right, to fill the date. Multi-op, it's slightly different choosing clients, but it changes. It shifts, if you will. And that's because it shifts because you have people that you can then pick and choose that would be the right personality for the client that you're looking for. So maybe you're not a right fit. I've had that happen as a single op, and we write that client off. We can't help them because we're not a right fit. Either personalities clash, or it's just, we don't get along, or it's just you feel someone else could do better, or they're not looking for what you offer. You know what I mean? So there's that as a single op. As a multi-talent company, you have many different options to choose from in regards to your team, and then it's about placing the right talent with the right client. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to get to how do you tell a client no. Let me get to Alton's first, which is important. I think I'm going to hit that with Alton. Work-home balance. It's a struggle, man. I don't know what else to say except it's a struggle. As entrepreneurs, we want to crush things. We're go-getters. We're the guys that want to take the ball and run with it, and we want to make things happen. Brock Saylor, I'll answer your question in one word: no. Simple. And I could expand if you want, but that's one word: no for Brock's. But Alton, it's just a case of balance, and Mike Walter and I see Marcello do seminars on this before. And it's just about balance. I just got back from 9 days in Hawaii with my family and having that time. My wife and I, we're traveling upcoming in July to Australia. And while, yes, I wouldn't be going to Australia more than likely if I wasn't hired to speak out there. And I see Serge is on the live this morning. So thank you, Serge, and DJAA for bringing me out. I'm very much looking forward to connecting with all of my Aussie friends down under, and looking forward to seeing Sydney and Brisbane and Adelaide for the DJAA conference. It's going to be a great conference. I know tacit knowledge was shared last year with some of the team members there. I think either Glenn or Ben from G&M Events had a great seminar last year. I heard DJ Brad had a great seminar last year. So very much looking forward to DJAA. But that will give my wife and I some time away too, Alton. And the Mobile Beat Cruise, it was a nice option of actually work and play, if you will, kind of maximize your vacation time, if you will. Be able to go on a cruise and to a conference and have a couple days of work and some downtime as well. So any way you can find to maximize that work-life balance, I think, is a good thing. So that would be my recommendation. Yes, DJAA blue shirt. I need to wear a blue shirt when I'm in DJAA. I can do that. I'll buy more blue shirts for you. I got no problem with that at all. Let's see. How do you tell a client no? Be honest. I just had this conversation with a client last night in a sales meeting, and that was, she started talking about lighting, and I'm like, you're August 10th. It's going to be bright out until like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So all those Pinterest pictures you see of the beautiful uplighting and it's really popping in the darkness of the room, you're not going to have that because it's lights pouring in from the outside windows, and you're on a golf course and it's beautiful, and you don't want to have that. And so I'm not going to try to sell someone something they don't need. So that's one way to tell a client no from that standpoint. If they're thinking about lighting, and then you're just upfront and honest with them and say, listen, I don't think it's going to work out how you think it's going to work out because of this. And oftentimes they don't see it from that perspective. They're just looking at what they see as an image on Pinterest they want. From a standpoint of the sale, how do you tell them no? Just, again, be honest. Or give them time to think about it, and then when they come back, just your calendar is already filled that day. One of the two, however you want to handle it. Let's see. After event showcases, best time frames to follow up possible clients. For me, Frank, it's all about asking the question up front. When are you looking to start looking at DJs or make a move on entertainment? Or when are you starting to interview people? If you know that information up front, that's your answer for when to follow up. And it's just very simply asking that question versus otherwise you're just random darts thrown, wondering when, and you have no clue. You've got to get to a targeted focus of what you want that outcome to be for the client, and then you got to ask the question. Let's see. Good morning, Mike. Ron Young, Tom Heath. Good morning. Good morning. Set up for wedding shows. Should you bring your kids with you on the Volbeat cruise? Asking for a close friend. Good morning, Chris Hens. Hope you rock your event down there at the Prairie Conference. Good morning, George Munger. Good morning, Mom. My mom just joined us too. Yes, you should bring your kids on the Volbeat cruise because my friend Carlos Perez is bringing his kids. And they have a beautiful family. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys to hang out together. Set up for wedding shows. I'm not sure of your question, Tom. I may just deviate to or default or not say move to that later, I guess. I can't find the right words today. I think that's it for questions today if I'm scrolling through the chat. And also I want to throw a quick prayer for John Price. John Price, we're pulling for you, my friend. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you get rid of whatever you got going on. I knew it was a kidney stone at one point, but I saw another thing from the hospital just the other day. So whatever's going on, I want to make sure you, pull through, my brother. Happy Friday the 13th. Yes, Bob. Darren, how many times do you pursue him who doesn't respond? Yeah, Darren, I think it's really, again, the same thing. And you may not get that. It's easy for me to sit here and say, ask the question, when are they going to find out? If they don't respond, they don't respond. And so I think my last response, my last email, an ultimate follow-up solution for an active lead often gets me responses. Good morning, Ron. And that last email it's actually a picture of a guy like in a lonely island on this big tall monument in the middle of the sea. It's like, I'm still here, kind of thing. And that gets response for me. You may have other things get response for you. I've had clients that take literally 6 to 7 months, Darren, before they come back around. So for me, that's, it's one of those things you want to make sure that you ask the question when they're looking, you maintain a follow-up schedule. If they don't respond for, let's say, we do 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 14, 21, 28. That's our email schedule. And then if they don't respond after that 28th, I'll normally put them on a once a month schedule until I find out where they're at, once every 3 weeks from that ballpark, because I think it's important to still follow up, but obviously not be a pest. But normally I get a response by that 21st or the email on the 21st or the 28th day afterwards time block. We get a response on that. So hope that answers your question. The stone is gone with John. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Mike Walter, the answer to that is yes, you were. And in fact, I need to go over yours this weekend, which I will do. And we're waiting on others to roll in. I know Jamie Bodie is literally almost done with his. I know Vicky's been working with other people right now on theirs. Good morning, Shelby. Hope all is well for you here locally. And I think that's going to be it for Live at 75 today. We went almost 10 minutes today on questions, so that's awesome. Got a great event tonight, fundraiser for a school dance for my son out of Gladstone High School. How do you track whether or not your emails are getting to them? That typically you can find in either a MailChimp or Constant Contact. I know there are some apps for Google as well. I actually don't track that. It's just a phone call and an email back and forth. So Alton, if you'd love to share with me as well, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I know when I use MailChimp, or in the past I've used Ace of Sales, I can check bounce rate on that. So different email programs have different bounce rates for you and let you know that information. So, but right now I don't know a program, maybe I just need to look at it, that'll do that for Gmail. So maybe someone can educate me on that. So thanks so much for watching live at 7:55. Greatly appreciate it. Go rock your events this weekend. We will see you back on Monday morning for another edition of Live at 7:55.